looking in his wing mirrors to see what's happening at the rear. It's Max Verstappen coming his way. Hamilton moves to the middle of the track, forces Verstappen wider at turn 1. Hamilton's going to force Verstappen the long way round. By the time they get to the corner, he's about a third of a car in front. By the time they get out of the corner, he's a whole car in front. Max Verstappen is ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lewis Hamilton, as he is now, crosses the line and wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. It is Hamilton and Verstappen, Verstappen and Hamilton wheel to wheel going into the field of the turbo chicane. Hamilton is forced wide and he's lost a little bit of bodywork. To a man who's never won in Italy before and who wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix this afternoon. Max Verstappen, for the first time in his career, takes victory in Italy.
Yes.
Hamilton trying to pull out of the slipstream that Max Verstappen's getting behind him. Verstappen goes into turn 1 ahead of Hamilton. Here comes Hamilton on Max Verstappen. Hamilton retakes that second place ahead of the Red Bull, and that move started all the way back at turn 14 as Verstappen tries to fight it into turn 4. Hamilton just stays ahead. Hamilton is just leading ahead then of Max Verstappen on the inside of the Ferrari Esteban Ocon as Verstappen goes into turn 1 and goes past the Mercedes. He got his elbows out there, Max Verstappen, and takes the lead of the race from Lewis Hamilton and then Valtteri Bottas. They're all clean through the first couple of corners, but that was such an important move for Verstappen. Verstappen is struggling here. Hamilton is right on his tail. If you remember last time out, Hamilton passed Max Verstappen on his way to victory in Portugal. Is he going to do it again here in Spain 7 days later, getting showered in rubber from the rear of that Red Bull? Hamilton goes round the outside at turn 1 and the charge is complete. And it's the checkered flag as the winner of the Spanish Grand Prix for Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen's party. This is going to be his first podium in Monaco. It's his first win in Monaco. Max Verstappen leads the World Championship and wins the Monaco Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. Even start from the front two. Bottas gets away better than Perez, who's quickly caught by Carlos Sainz. Verstappen leading them then down towards turn 1 from Hamilton, from Bottas, who just has to back up a bit. And Verstappen goes off the track, and that gives the lead to Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton comes out. Is he ahead of Max Verstappen? No, he is not. Max Verstappen pulls the undercut on Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton was told to give it everything, but for once, Hammer Time didn't give him enough time. At the start of this race, Verstappen gifted almost Hamilton the lead. They've got it back and they've taken that lead. Yes, they have. Max Verstappen goes past Lewis Hamilton and for the second time in this race has managed to get his Red Bull out of a bit of trouble. Verstappen retakes the lead of the French Grand Prix. It's going to be completed here at Paul Ricard this afternoon as Max Verstappen rounds the final corner. He sees his team cheering on the right hand side. He sees the checkered flag and he wins the French Grand Prix. Verstappen slows down to take the checkered flag and absolutely crush the opposition here at the Red Bull Ring. He wins the Styrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. Once again, Max Verstappen gets a decent start. Not as good as yesterday. Hamilton is right with him. The player is already ahead of Bottas. Verstappen's ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Going through the second turn. It's the Red Bull, but Hamilton's coming back. Into village we go. It is Verstappen from Hamilton. Then Leclerc, Bottas and Ricciardo ahead of his teammate Lando Norris.
Verstappen's going to have to weave like crazy. Hamilton got a better drive off the loop. He will be faster down the Wellington straight into Brooklands.
Not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is with him. They almost touch. They go into Brooklands. Verstappen stays ahead. The crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cops Corner. These are critical corners for this Grand Prix.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside and comes to the touch. Verstappen is out of the race and that's a big crash into Cops. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen coming together. Hamilton continues on. Since the restart, he's chased down the prancing horse. He chases the checkered flag. He wins the British Grand Prix for an 8th time here at Silverstone. And Hamilton is back in the championship hunt. Don't you forget it. And it is double Dutch delight for Max Verstappen, who crosses the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix.
Turn two, he's directly behind his championship rival. Indeed, he's alongside him.
And Hamilton and Verstappen go into the second chicane and Hamilton goes off onto the rumble strips and is forced wide and he might lose a place here. And there's Max Verstappen right behind Hamilton into the first chicane. Once again, it's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out, and they are both out. It's lights out, and away we go here. And Bottas and Hamilton getting away ahead of Verstappen and Perez, and the wheel to wheel the Mercedes. But what's happening behind? Perez pulls to the inside, Verstappen to the outside. They're three abreast at the moment, and there's three abreast behind them. Into turn one we go. Verstappen is into the lead ahead of Hamilton.
It's game over.
For the third consecutive race, he's going to extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship, and for the third time here, he wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. Max Verstappen crosses the line, a long, long way clear of the rest. Here comes Hamilton on Max Verstappen, down towards turn one. Verstappen moved and cut out any possibility of an overtake down the inside. And crucially, Martini is closer than he was on the previous lap. And here goes Lewis Hamilton. He was last at the start of the sprint. He's trying to take the lead from Verstappen, but he is forced wide by Verstappen, and Verstappen himself has to go off the track.
But he forced Max to go late into the corner, and he's got a better exit. Hamilton with a much better exit down to turn four.
I've said it's his third time lucky. Hamilton pulls ahead of Verstappen before they get to the corner. The crowd go absolutely wild. Lewis Hamilton now has the checkered flag in sight for his 101st win. Hamilton, against the odds, has come home to win the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. What a victory for Lewis Hamilton. He's not ready to loosen his grip on that championship trophy. It's lights lights out, and away we go again. And Verstappen and Hamilton are going to be neck and neck going into turn one, and Hamilton's got a better start. And Hamilton goes into the first corner as Bottas locks up, almost hits Verstappen, who goes off the track, and then forces Hamilton wide as Esteban Ocon gets ahead of Lewis Hamilton and goes into second place. And he's got the slipstream too, Martin, and he is gaining, and he is gaining, and he is gaining on Max Verstappen. He's going to go for the move here. Lewis Hamilton trying to get into the lead of the race. They go wheel to wheel into the first corner. Verstappen has to bail out. Lewis Hamilton has to bail out. Verstappen ends that speed. Oh, they're touched, and they collided. Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. How much damage? Hamilton and Verstappen going for it again, and going for it again at turn 27, and Hamilton has now got past Verstappen. Lap 43 of this race. Hamilton is going to give us level pegging in the championship as he comes home to win the first Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We've been waiting for this all season long. The finale, the title decider, under the lights here in Abu Dhabi. Gets a decent start, and he's already ahead of Max Verstappen. This 3 abreast going into the turn 9 hairpin. Oh, and there Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton almost coming together. Hamilton has to go off the track.
Confirm, please, Max. Box.
Nicholas Latifi has crashed, and I think that is at turn 14. Yes, that will be a safety car. So those back markers allowed to overtake the safety car, and that has now left Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen side by side. We're going to have one lap of racing to decide the championship in 2021. Verstappen now snatches the championship trophy.